once again. Today we are going to do a practical demonstration. We are going to be taught that light ray can undergo reflection, can undergo refraction, it can also interfere. For today, we want to show a practical demonstration of refraction of light by a rectangular block. But the experiment we want to do is centered toward the verification of law of refraction. That's the biggest we want to do. But before we do the experiment, I need to make a clarification between the refraction of light and reflection of light. Now, the reflection has to do with throwing back of a ray of light. When a ray of light, an incident ray coming from an object, strike a mirror, for example, this is the example of a mirror. When the incident ray strikes this mirror, it's going to be reflected back. When it's reflected back, then it is thrown back. That's what we call reflection of light. But in case of refraction, when from this side, it tends to what? It bends. And it undergoes the normal pattern it started initial stage. So this is what we call refraction of light. But to do this, what are the procedures we are going to make? We are going to follow. The first thing is to place your glass block on a sheet of paper that has been attached firmly on the drawing board. Now, you are going to place your drawing board, you set it on the table, then you place your glass block on it. But before you place that glass block, you must have fixed your plate sheet on the drawing board first. Are you following me now? Then after that, you now fit in the two edges and the four edges of the paper so that the paper can stand firmly. Then you now place your glass block on it. Then after that, you draw the outline. You use your pen to mark the outline of the block. Such a way that by the time you remove the block, you can see the four corners of the glass block. After that, you now draw the normal line OP. This is the normal line OP. You draw the normal line, OP, and such that it makes an angle of 30 degrees with the normal line. So the first thing to do is this: you draw your normal line first. Then you now use your protractor to measure an angle of what? 30 degrees. Are you getting me now? So after you have measured it, you mark it and you draw the line, such that this space is now 30 degrees. Then you now label this line as what? OP. That's what I mean by draw the line OP, such that it makes an angle of 30 degrees with the number. So you now draw your normal line. The number is a straight line. And after that, name it as the incident ray. So the ray, this line that you draw now, as we have drawn so far, is what we call the incident ray. Then after that, place two needle RS on this line. You fit two needle on this line. After you fit it, you name it as what? RS. Then the next thing is, you now place your glass block back. Are you getting me now? Then after that, you now look through the mirror at the other side. I place the glass block, I place the needle here, then I'm looking through the glass block at this side. At the other side, and fix another needle MN, such that they appear to be in straight line with the needle RS. So you look through this side, you focus very well, such a way that by the time you fit another two pin MS, they will appear to be in straight line with the what? With the RS here. Are you getting me now? They tend to appear in straight line with the what? Needle RS. The M and N needle must appear with the needle RS. If it's not in straight line, then you have not placed your needle very well. By the time you place it, if you look through the middle, the last needle here, you can't see you won't see the needle N, you won't see the needle S, and you won't see the needle R. That is when it has appeared in straight line. Because this one will cover the other one when you are looking toward the other side. Then after that, you now draw a straight line passing through point MN. So you have placed a dot, you have inserted your needle here. You now draw a straight line so that it cuts through the two lines. Then to the block at K here. Once you are through with that, the next thing is you now name it as what? Emergent ray. That is the one that is coming out. The ray that is coming out is what? The emergent ray. Then draw the normal line to this ray. You draw another normal line. Where it touches, you draw another normal line to that ray, so that it cuts through the mirror and so that you can measure the angle. The rest of the normal line is for you to know to measure the angle. Then after that, you name it as the emergent angle. So this is my emergent angle now, and this is the ray coming here is my emergent ray. This ray is my emergent ray. Where this angle is the emergent angle. Then draw another line cutting through the glass block at K. Where you touch the emergent line, touch the block at the other side is what we call K. We attack it as K. So you now draw another line from this K to this O. And and make it as a reflected ray. So this ray, the line that you just drawn out from this K to this plane is now the what we call the refracted ray. Now, draw the normal to this line KO. You draw another normal to this. Draw the normal line before, then you don't need to draw it again. If you draw it to cut you, you don't need to draw it. But if you don't draw it to cut, you can draw it so that it's cutting the glass, so that you can now have the normal line, and so that you can measure your refracted angle now. After that, you now measure this angle. This angle that the normal ray makes to this refracted ray is what we call the angle of refraction. So you now measure this angle. Normally, if you do the experiment properly, the angle of incident and the angle of refraction, they are not the same thing. It's not like reflection. The angle of incident and the angle of refraction, they are not the same thing. So by the time we do the practical assessment, we see how it look like. But we should have it in mind that it's not like reflection. That the angle of incident and the angle of reflection, they are the same thing. This one is different. The angle must not be the same. But it has been proved experimentally that this angle of incident and the angle of the emergent they are the same thing. But the angle of refraction is not it's not the same thing. The angle differs from them. So if you now take the ratio of this angle of incident and the angle of refraction, it will give you what we call the refractive index of the material used, which is the glass block. That is the medium used. You know, we are using glass block as a medium now. The ray of light moves from here to the glass block and out to what? To the here back again. So it will give you the refractive index of that one, of the glass block, the medium we are using. So in the next practical session, we are going to introduce you to how we are going to do the experiment. I will show you how we are going to draw it and we are going to measure it together. So let's proceed to the next practical session. These are the material we are going to be making use of. We have our drawing board. We have the white sheet of paper, the plain one. Then we need a ruler. This is the glass block I'm talking about. This is the medium we are using. Then we have our pen. It's our pen, and this is our needle. It's a needle. Then we have our protractor. This is what we are going to be using. So now the first thing is of the procedure. We say place a glass block on a sheet of paper which has been attached firmly on a drawing board. So the first thing is, let's first attach this paper on this drawing board first. You can get ensure that the pin does not go down, so that we can easily remove it when we want to remove it. Right now, so it has been placed firmly now. So the next thing is, we now place our glass block. This is my glass block. So then draw its outline. So I want to draw the outline on the paper now. With pencil, gently. See now? So we can trace this with ruler if we are now having our outline now. So measure and draw the line OP such that it make an angle of 30 degrees with the normal. So I said the right time, the first thing is this. Ensure you have a straight line first. So I'm having my straight line from this place. So this one, I've drawn this one such that that's cut through the glass. I don't need to draw the normal at the end. So now I want to use my protractor to measure an angle of 30 degrees. Don't forget that this one is my N. This one is my N. So I want to measure an angle of 30 degrees. This must be done accurate. If there is any error in measurement, it will affect the readings. A clear understanding on how to make measurements using protractor is very, very essential in this kind of experiment. So we have, this is 90 degrees. So from 90 to 80, that's 10. From 80 to 70, that's another 10, that's 20. From 70 to 60, that's another 10, making 30. So I'm marking this place. So now, have your ruler. And sharpen the line. You have to confirm this angle if it is correct or not. You have to measure with your protractor to see whether the angle is correct or not. If not, you have to trace again. Now if you look here now, this one is exactly 30 degrees. You can see now it's exactly 30 degrees. So this is my P, and I label this one as O. This is my O. This is my O. Now the next thing is to fit 2 pins. I'm going to fit 2 pins. It said place 2 needles. Is to fix 2 needles with the RS. So this is my needle. It's another needle. We have RS. So the next thing I'll place my glass block, set it back, ensure that stay on the earth line. Now you have to take another needle. That is the needle they said. Look through the glass block at the other side and fix another needle MN, such that they appear to be in straight line with the needle RS. So now this is where we are looking at it from this side. So you look through. You have to look through very well. This time around, I always advise my students to always close one eye and use one eye so that they can have a good location. So you look through this side and place these 2 pins so that when you look through this side, they appear to be in straight line. Then I said that the best way is after you have fit the last pin, you can't see the remaining. This last pin must have covered the 3, this 2 pin and this one. So let me fit this one first. Now, I have this one, they are now instructing me. Come and check it. Come and check it. Check it. Close one eye and use the other eye to check through. So after that, the next thing is you mark this point. Mark this point also. So you now you can remove your glass block now. Then you join this line. You draw a line such that this passes through this point. That must be a straight line and touch the block. That's what they are saying. They draw a straight line pass through the point MN. This point is our M. This one is our N. To the block at point K. So it must touch the point K gently. So now I'm having this. So I have then the next thing is draw the normal line. So I need the normal line to this one. So where it touches here, I must draw my normal. So this normal, the normal is so these are normal to the emergency. So these are emergency. So let's label this one as M, and this one is our N. This is the emergent ray, and this is the incident ray. Now the next thing is draw another line cutting through. This point is point K. This is the point K. Cutting through the glass block at K to point O. These are point O. So now we have to draw a straight line. We have to draw a line here, cutting through this place and this place, joining them together. Now we have it. Now this is our. So we are going to. This is our reflector ray. This is our reflector ray. We call this one reflector ray. So I will call it as reflector ray. Refractor ray. We call it this one refractor ray. Refractor ray. This is our emergent ray. Emergent ray. Then these are what? What do you call it, Don? Incident ray. So this is our angle here. This one is 30 degrees. So this is our angle of what? Incident. Then we want to measure this now. Let's measure this first. This pops first. Right, so we want to measure this now. Now, if you look through here, this is my 90, this is 10, but this one is not exactly at 20, so it stays between 19 and 20. So that is 19.5. Let's use 19. That's because the middle way. So this one is 19.5. Almost, it's very close. It stays between 19 and 20. So 19.5. So this our R is equals to 19.5 degrees. Now let's confirm this one. Let's confirm this one. As I said at that time, that the emergent ray and the incident ray, they are what? The experiment has shown that what? They are the same. So this is also 30 degrees. So our emergent angle now, angle of emergence, then this is our angle of incidence. Then we have this one will be our angle of refraction. Angle of refraction. Now, this is practical. As I said at that time, I said the angle of incidence and the angle of refraction, they are not the same. If it is, if you have different media, so medium, it must not be the same. Reflection, they are the same thing. The angle of reflection and the angle of incidence are the same. So from here, you can see 19.5 is different from 30 degrees. Now, let's go further to the bottom. The Snell's law which shows the relationship between the angle of incidence and the angle of refraction. But before I go to that, there is something I need to show to you here. If you look at this place now, you can see that we have the incident ray coming to this side. But you can see that if you place this ruler, we expect this thing to move straight like this. If there is no deviation in its path, I get it now. We expect this thing to be like this. Definitely, if I draw this thing further, if there is no deviation in its path, this is where it's supposed to pass through. But because it has passed through another medium of different density, that is why there is what? It is bent, and that is what we call what? Refraction. Refraction is the bending of ray of light when it passes through different medium. Are you getting me now? So because of the fact that it has passed through another glass, because this is here and this is glass now, that is why there is a bending in its path. So this bending is what we call what? Refraction process. Are you getting me now? So let's go back to the board so that we can prove more on the Snell's law that which shows the relationship between the incident ray and the reflected ray, angle of incidence and the angle of refraction. Are you getting me now? So this relationship was proposed and was discovered by Snell. I was the one that also worked on the reflection, the law of reflection. So you also suggested another law for refraction, I will call the law of refraction. Now from the experiment, let's use the diagram to demonstrate the law. The first law said that the incident ray, that is this ray that is coming, the refracted ray, this one, and the normal, this is the normal. The normal, at the point of incidence where they meet here, all lies on the same plane. Is it true or not? That is the first law. Then the second one says that the ratio of sine of angle of incidence to the sine of angle of refraction is a constant for a given pair of media. Now, this one, what the man is telling us that the ratio of the angle here and the ratio of this angle here is constant for every medium. Is constant. Now, if you look at this, we are using air and glass here. Are you getting me now? So now, but if the refractive index that we are talking about, when you take the ratio of the sine of the angle of incidence and the angle of refraction, it is the refractive index of the second medium, which is the what? The glass. You know, the ray of light is coming from the air and enter the what? The glass. Are you getting now? So the glass is the second medium. So the sine of the angle of incidence to the divided by the sine of angle of refraction is constant, and that constant it signifies the refractive index of the second medium. Now, from the experiment we have conducted so far, our angle of incidence is 30, and the angle of refraction is what? 19.5. If you take the ratio of the two, we have sine 30 is equals to 0.5 and sine 19.5 is equals to 0.03338. You can put this one also in 4 decimal points and 3 decimal points so that we start with this one. So we have 0.5000 and 0.3338. Now, if you divide it, you are going to have 1.497, which is approximately 1.5. And it has been proved experimentally that the refractive index of glass is what? 1.5, which shows that the experiment we have conducted so far is what? Is correct. Because it now, because it has been discovered and been proved experimentally that the refractive index of glass is what? Is 1.5. Even if I approximate this one now, we are going to have what? 1.5 exactly. So this is a practical demonstration of what? Refraction process. So ray of light, when it moves from one medium to another medium, they tend to what? They bend. And when they bend, it generates another angle of what? Refraction. Are you getting me now? So that is what the law of refraction is all about. Thank you and God bless.